Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Rocky Balboa, the sixth one. And this movie is directed by Sylvester Stallone and came out in 2006. And if you've been paying attention to my channel, I love the first two Rocky movies. I think the third one is watchable and decent. The fourth one is funny bad. The fifth one is really bad. And this one, I wasn't impressed by it, unfortunately, but at the same time, I'm not unhappy that it exists. What I think really works about this movie are the performances. I think Sylvester Stallone is great in this movie as Rocky Balboa, and in this movie he's pretty much dealing with the death of Adrian because a few years back she unfortunately died of cancer, and he's just kind of dealing with that, and he's going around with Foley and just going through each place that he remembers spending time with her. And after that, which is just the first 20 minutes, it gets into a very minor character from the first Rocky movie and brings her into this movie, and she's a major character in this film, and they don't really have a lot to do, but I'm not unhappy about where it kind of went, even if it didn't really have much of a conclusion. And that character is pretty much just a fill-in for Adrian, and her role in the movie is pretty much the same as Adrian's role in the first Rocky movie. And this movie was pretty consistent. It was not terrible, but it wasn't really keeping me impressed by anything. And I was entertained throughout. It never got boring. It's pretty well paced, and it was always like a 5 out of 10 throughout the whole movie. And once we got to the third act, I almost bumped it up to a 6. I was this close to changing my rating, but I couldn't because the editing in that third act is really bad, and what they decided to do was just unbelievably cartoonish, and just it was like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And going into the movies that Sylvester Stallone directed in this franchise, he did the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and this one. As he goes on, the directing just gets worse and worse, and he's just trying to add like some emotion, something to impact you as you're watching it, but it comes across as so cheesy and stupid, and I just couldn't get behind the emotion that was trying to be communicated in this film. I'll give this movie a little bit of credit. In the third act, that's when I said it almost got to a 6, but I couldn't give it anything high. I couldn't change my rating up to a 6. And that's when the fight of the movie happens, and for the first 2 rounds of that fight, I was kind of enjoying it, and that's what made me kind of almost change my mind and bump it up by 1 point. But after round 2, that's when the editing got bad. And I also want to talk about the look of the movie. It looks pretty bad, to be honest. And about 40% of it looks fine. It's not distracting. But most of it just looks really bad. Like the lighting, the glow, it just looks really bad. It reminded me of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull at points, and most of the time it kind of just felt like a music video, or like I was watching a trailer, and it was just really distracting. It's like trying to combine all of these styles into one movie, and it doesn't work. And this movie does make quite a few references to the first movie, like callbacks and wink wink, hey, remember this moment? And as a fan, I do like those things, even if there isn't really much of a point to doing that. I didn't mind that. And compared to my negatives, I wouldn't consider those things to be a flaw. And the best part of this movie were the characters for me. I really enjoyed the characters. I already talked about the performances, and the characters are really strong in this movie, and they're the main reason as to why I'm not upset with this movie existing, is because of what this movie does with the characters. And I also love how Rocky Balboa, even though like 30 years have passed in his life, he's still like a really charming character to watch, and like the way he talks, it's just it makes me it leaves me with a big smile on my face, and I really liked him as a character in this movie, unlike Rocky 5. So in the end, Rocky Balboa, it's watchable, it's entertaining, the characters are the best part of the movie, along with the performances. And Foley, they bring him back in this movie, and unlike Rocky 5, he's actually funny. I enjoyed his character in this movie. And really, the characters are the glue that keeps this movie together. The fighter that, I don't even remember his name, who is going up against Rocky Balboa in this movie, he was fine. I wasn't annoyed by him, but he wasn't anything super memorable to me. And if you really want to complete the series, then I would recommend it, I guess. But I don't think it's anything really that special. I'm probably never going to watch it again. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Rocky Balboa a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Rocky Balboa. And my social media links, they will all be in the description. So follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And that is going to be for The Devil's Advocate. I got this 3-pack. It doesn't have a name on it or anything really. It just, on the back it says 3 Journeys to the Dark Side. It came with Insomnia, Devil's Advocate, and 7. I've never seen Devil's Advocate before, but the other 2 movies I have seen before. Insomnia I've reviewed already, and 7 I watched it once. I need to see it again. And this is also something that I just picked up, in case you're wondering. And I might as well show you the other thing that I got today. Barry Lyndon on Criterion. It's a movie that I've been wanting for a long time, and I finally got it, and that makes 2 movies that I own on Criterion. Rosemary's Baby being the other one. I've had this for a while, in case anyone's wondering. And I'll make this quick. I might make a video about this, and without getting into too much detail, it's pretty much how people kind of organize Criterions. And they don't go by alphabetical order. They go by the numbers that are on the spines. I don't know how well you can see that. Let's try this. Come on. Focus. Anyway, you can see a number right there. And that's how people organize them, which I find to be kind of weird. And I'm considering making a video about that. Just me talking about how people organize movies, I guess. Or Criterions, specifically. So that might happen, but I'm not making any promises. But what I am promising is that I will review Devil's Advocate in my next video, so look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.